Alright guys, patch 3.4 is here and I'm just gonna say it. This might be the most stacked patch Wuthering Waves has ever dropped. Cyberpunk collab, 2 brand new characters, a free unit, a rerun, new map, new story, and oh yeah, I called it. The collab runs on a completely separate currency. Your Astrites are safer than you thought. Let's break everything down and figure out where exactly your pools should be going. So, Wuthering Waves is collaborating with Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the Netflix anime, and they're bringing in Lucy and Rebecca. Quick character context if you haven't watched the show. Lucy is calm, calculated, a dreamer. Rebecca is the complete opposite, unhinged, chaotic, and somehow even more dangerous for it. Genuinely, 2 of the most beloved characters from the series. And yes, the show is absolutely worth your time. Lucy will be the limited banner while Rebecca is free. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Lucy is a Spectrum main DPS with pistols, and her whole kit is built around this Netrunner assassination fantasy, and it translates really well into combat. Her loop is all about stacking hacker marks through basics and her skill, which has a blink mechanic where she literally teleports behind enemies. Very cyberpunk. Stack enough marks, her liberation consumes them all for a massive spectro burst. And at 3 or more stacks, it summons a data remnant that cranks that damage even further. What separates her from most DPS units is the mobility. She's not a sit and spin character, she's constantly repositioning, dodging, hacking. She even has a built-in optical camouflage mechanic that gives you an automatic dodge if you avoid damage long enough. Skilled players are genuinely going to get more out of her, and I respect that. Her signature weapon, Spectral Trigger, gives 588 attack and 48.6% crit damage. It boosts attack by 12%, stacks spectral damage bonus through her skill, and when she applies hack, her heavy attacks hit harder and ignore 10% defense. It's built specifically for her, so if you're pulling Lucy, the signature is definitely worth serious consideration. Now, Lucy is a solid pull if you intend on getting a Spectro DPS with actual mobility, a fun kit, and she's not even competing with your Astrites. If you like the character, there's no excuse not to pull her. Rebecca is free. Log in during 3.4, hit at least Union level 10, and she's yours. But don't sleep on her. She is a legitimate 5-star electro pistol DPS. She runs a dual state system between Huntress and Guts. Huntress gives her 30% crit damage, while Guts lets her ignore 15% of the target's defense. And when she hits max Hot Hand, she runs both at the same time. That's when she really starts cooking. Her liberation is pure Rebecca energy. She pulls out an MK31 HMG, locks down an area for 9 seconds. You enhance the firepower twice mid-ult, build Overload, and it ends with an explosion literally called Boom Fireworks, which is most on-brand ability name they could have picked. I love it. She and Lucy were clearly designed to run together. Rebecca's outro summons a turret and gives the next character 15% all damage amplification, and Lucy automatically gets max stacks for that buff when it's active. Chef's kiss. Her signature weapon, Skull Thrasher, is strong, but since she's free, she's genuinely usable without it. I'd recommend investing into Rebecca, especially if you're pulling for Lucy. Okay, real quick, because I know this confused some people on stream, the character banners have a separate currency. They use Dreamcatcher tides, and the weapon banners use engraving tides. Neither one touches your Astrites unless you choose to convert them. You can earn both through collaboration quest and the shop. The pity is shared across the collab character banners, but none of it carries over to your main featured banners. If you pull on the collab banners, you will earn Illusory Coral. You can exchange that in the limited time store for more Dreamcatcher tides, Shadow Fort tides, and collab cosmetics. There's also a Sweet Dreams tuning milestone event running the full collab period with rewards, which will be auto-mailed if you don't claim them by the end of patch 3.4. So here's the bottom line. The collab is its own self-contained economy. Your main resources will remain untouched, so take a breather. Alright, on to Lucilla. And look, if you watched my last short, you already know I've been supporting her since before her full kit dropped. Now that everything's confirmed, she's exactly what I expected, maybe more. Lucilla is a Glacio rectifier and she runs two completely different modes depending on what your team needs, and that flexibility is exactly what makes her special. In Glacial Chafe mode, she is your dedicated Glacio sub DPS. She helps teammates apply Glacio Chafe more frequently, and her outro makes those stacks hit significantly harder. If you're a Hiyuki simp, such as myself, then she's the final missing puzzle piece. In her Echo mode is where it gets interesting. She boosts the team's Echo skill damage, and her first 3 casts of Oblivion each count as different named Echo skills. For Echo-centric teams, that's massive. The obvious comparison everyone's making is Chu Yuan, and honestly, their support numbers aren't that far apart. Her playstyle uses a focus ring mechanic similar to Sanhua's heavy attack timing, released at the right moment for higher multipliers and more resources. It rewards good timing without being punishing. Her liberation puts her into reminiscence state, where her whole moveset transforms. Letting it go on the 3rd segment is her biggest damage spike, and in the Glacial Chafe mode it counts as basic attack damage. In Echo mode, it counts as Echo skill damage. Her build direction literally shifts based on which mode you are running. That's clean design right there. Her signature weapon, Freeze Frame, gives 588 attack, 24.3% crit, and it boosts glacial damage after applying Glacio Chafe and gives the whole team a 24% attack buff. While it's specifically made for her, it seems more tailor-made for her Glacio Chafe mode. So unless you are building her for a Glacio team, I wouldn't recommend pulling for it. So here's the verdict. If you're building Hiyuki's premium team or you need a smoother alternative to Chu Yuan and Echo skill comps, Lucilla is exactly what you're looking for. Flexible, future-proof, designed to stay relevant as more Glacio and Echo units release. If you've been saving Astrites, this is where I'd spend them. On to Cartwheel. Look, she has one of the most unique kits in the game. Dual form, sword shadows, a finisher that strips arrow erosion stacks and amplifies damage for each one removed. Visually and mechanically, super cool. But she is expensive. Carthy plus signature, Chiacona plus signature, and you still need to build Arrow Rover? That is a massive investment before she even hits her ceiling. She does free up at sequence 3 without Chacona, but that's still a lot to get there. With HP inflation and current endgame, she does struggle a bit in Tower of Adversity. Power creep is real, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you don't have an Arrow DPS, she's worth considering. But if you're free to play or still building your core roster, I'd skip her and save your resources. She's what I like to call a passion pull, not a meta pull. So you either full send with her or don't go in at all. As for the new map that is dropping, Night City, and Wuthering Waves isn't the real Night City. It's an illusion reconstructed from Lucy's memories by the Somme Noir. Neon lights, towering skyscrapers, rain that shifts with her emotions. Dreamlike, a little broken, and genuinely stunning to look at. The collab story quest at Dream's Edge fast-tracked access from day 1, and it stays available after 3.4 ends if you don't finish it in time. No FOMO on the story, which is nice. Events worth knowing about: Night City roaming has limited time tasks, a character trial, and Nightmare Atom Smasher as a boss challenge. There are 5 standard stages plus 1 high difficulty. If you clear it all, you can earn the exclusive title, Legend Smasher. Breach Protocol is a new puzzle event where you and Lucy enter a dream to recover scattered frequencies. 2 difficulties, hidden level unlocks after clearing everything. Beyond the collab, Dream Chasers is back with fresh designs and new Sonata sets. Star Torch Racing returns with new tracks and a multiplayer mode, and there's a new tactical hologram, the Nameless Explorer. Here's a free rewards quickfire. Dream of Azure Sky is a 7-day login event. Gifts of Dream Chasers gets you 15 Dream Catcher Tides daily, plus an exclusive avatar. Rebecca through Instant Flashlight, obviously. And then there are some quality of life notes. There's weekly activity points replace elusive points. Phantasma Dreamland Rhapsody launches as a new permanent weekly, and the Resonator Ascension Planner got fully overhauled, so you can track materials and farm locations directly. All solid improvements. Oh, and the collab song, I Really Want to Stay at Your House, is being added to Heart Radio channel permanently. If you know the show, you know that one hits different. Kuro also announced that they're going to be at Anime Expo in LA July 2nd through the 5th, so if any of you live out there, get an autograph for me. Alright guys, let's wrap this up. Here's my pull priority. Rebecca, she's free. Just log in and claim her. There's no real discussion there. As for Lucy, she's a solid Spectro DPS. Fun kit, runs on separate currency. If you like the character, just pull her. If you don't have a connection to Cyberpunk Edgerunners and aren't specifically building a Spectro quickswap team, she's not a must. But the separate currency does remove some of the guilt. As for Lucilla, this is where the real long-term value is in 3.4. Glacio and Echo team support, flexible, future-proof, interrupt immunity, which is very important. If you've been saving Astrites, this would be my pick. As for Cartwheel, as much as I love her, she's a passion pull. Either go all in or don't go in at all. This is one of the most stacked patches we've seen so far. A little something for everyone, whether you're a Cyberpunk fan, a Hiyuki simp, or just here for the chaos. So, who are you guys pulling for? Are you going all in on the Cyberpunk collab, skipping it and saving for Lucilla, or is Cartethyia still your priority? Let me know down below, and if this video helped you out at all, please hit that like and subscribe button as it does help the channel out a lot. See you guys in the next one.